gonna hide an army? Alan, drop a quote on it. WPP, let me be clear. That is where you change your name and you disappear. W is for witness, that's pretty simple. The protection program, it's because I'm a cripple. Well, what's like another word you call a kitty cat? Oh yeah, pussy. It only took me 5 letters to explain it, yeah. You ever have someone stalk you in the internet, snitch on you and talk shit about your kids? So you change your name, that's no doubt. Then you have to block them on all accounts. Exciting, isn't it? I'm hiding on Deliberate, a show where you can hide in pride. Now, this intro is finished. You down with WPP? Please protect me. You down with WPP? Please protect me. You down with WPP? Yeah, please hide me. We're a bunch of pussies.
Oh, that's what she's gonna read.
That's right. It is I, your hobbyist, Billy Mofford, a.k.a. DJ Uncle Bobby, undercover with you to give you all the scoops, the secrets, the ways of the world that I know, the stories that I pick up on the internet, and the tribulations that I deal with in true life. All of it brought to you absolutely free, only here on Spreaker.com. And I tell you what, we had a I had a very productive weekend. I had lost a cat and found the cat all at once. Thank you to Mrs. Batman. Batman's old lady. My boy, his girlfriend, saved the kitty cat. I was not allowed to smoke anymore in the house because I lost the cat. And I lost the cat because apparently nobody's seen this. I didn't see it. The cat just was gone. I don't know if it happened when I was smoking at night or when I was smoking in the morning that the dog out, but the cat was gone for like a whole over 24 hours. The cat was gone. We figured out the cat was chilling in the back under the shed in the backyard, where I used to do the shows on the shed show. And fortunately, we knew where he was, but we couldn't get to him. So we put food out, he'd come out where no one was looking to get it. And, eventually, all the kids put an effort together and found him. So, who is it? Alright, we'll be back after this. I gotta take a quick break. I got a phone call.
I personally asked that William Shatner be here only because I needed some clean urine. I had to wring it out of the diaper, but it did the job.
I'm not going to make fun of him because he looks like he's on his final frontier. Hey, Captain Kirk, maybe Scotty can beam your balls up from the floor. You old pervert. Backstage, he flashed Kate Walsh his graying anatomy.
William, God, I've seen less bloated men dredged out of rivers. What's going on? What, does Priceline pay you in empanadas? What's happening?
Captain Kirk! Forward! Arrivederci, I'm gonna leave before this battle begins! Cause we both know in the end which of these captains gonna win! I'll show you how a real explorer handles a situation. I'll beat you so bad they'll feel it in the next generation. So bring it on, I'll rip you like a Klingon. My rhymes will burrow in your ears like the wrath of Khan. I got a neck chopper stock, I'll put my sword through Sulu. Check into a Priceline hotel, watch your fat ass on Hulu.
I'm the enterprising Captain James. Tie Tiberius Kirk, representing Riverside, Iowa, planet Earth. I hear you call yourself an explorer, but I'm just not having it. You discovered a new world that was already inhabited. Why don't you boldly go someplace you've never gone before, like India? Or any destination you've actually set sail for. You spaghetti-eating fuck! How's your spice rack doing? I'll be chilling in my spaceship. Have fun canoeing.
You know, rapping against you, it's not even a fun. It's like somebody setting your brains on stun. I am the fabric of history. You are a fictional stain. I'll stick a flag up your ass and declaim you for Spain.
Mr. Spock, beam me back to 1492 so I can beat this man like it's my job. We'll see how Isabella likes my captain's law. It's Kobayashi for you. There's no way you could win when your weak crew sees me approaching. They'll be like, damn it, it's Jim. I'll double fist punch you, making bitch now. Take your genocidal ass off of my bridge.
Whole war! Whole star! Genocide! The rebel of the world!
Goddamn right. We're chilling here at a witness protection program. Billy Mulford here. Jen's in the chat, hanging out. My good buddy Michael, aka Big Mike, used to do the shows with me. What's up, brother? He said, yo, Billy. Shh, don't tell anybody you found me. We're here hiding under an alias show. But, good news about that, too. I'm actually doing better in secret and hiding than I was out in the open, because this show is doing pretty good. We went from number 13 to number 8 over the weekend in the hobbies. Where our goal is to become at least I want to say number 1 in hobbies before I go back to work. But I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch. I'd be happy. I'd like number 1, but I'll be satisfied with number 5 and the top 5. That's where the big pictures are. The top 3, actually. That'd be the top 3, I think. They're the big pictures. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't know if it's 3 or 5, but either way, I want to be up there, the top 5 at least. I am. She's coming on her way here to the hospital, so I don't have a whole lot of time to talk and shit, but there's some shit I had up that I really wanted to discuss. Of course, my dumb ass makes a friggin'... I talked on the show earlier, before the kids were here. I wanted to get it out of the way and do a show before the kids were here, and talked on the radio for half an hour before I realized that I didn't fucking hit record. So... I'm an idiot, apparently. Well, everybody knew that anyway already. So, here's the deal, man. We've got 2 great things. First off, wife weighs in on charging her husband with harassment. I gotta get the intro off. This is a segment we did. I found this on a little site. We go on some secret sites, right? And we find advice for us to help, and we thought bad advice. I do this, and I see if I can weigh into the situation and say, look, I've been there, I've been around. I've done a lot of dumb shit, so if anything, I can give you bad advice, and then you just do the opposite.
Christopher Columbus was a seaman second class when I told him that the Indies could be found by sailing to the west instead of sailing to the east. I advised him that I thought the world was round. I really thought so. And then I sent him down to ask good Queen Isabel to pawn her jewels for all they're worth. Next day he set sail, and as everyone knows, he fell off the edge of the earth. All that was bad advice. Bad advice is just the same as good advice. Everybody makes occasional mistakes, and that was bad.
Goddamn right. So, dear Billy, this lady sent me a letter. She's very troubled. She asks, can you be sexually harassed / abused by your spouse? My husband talks dirty to me and grabs at my breasts. Sound familiar, Mike? That's what I do. Beat them bitches up and box them boobies. I have repeatedly asked him to stop. He doesn't listen and continues to do it. We have 2 small kids at home, and by the time they go to bed, I could care less about being intimate. Sounds very... This is touching home for me. His behavior disgusts me. And to be honest, I don't want to have sex with him. I have female problems and have told him it hurts, but it makes no difference to him. He touches me in front of the kids, and I have to slap his hand away. I can't leave him, though. Oh, because that would be, well, leave his ass. If you can't stand to sleep with him, and you can't stand the sight of him, and why don't you leave him, lady? Oh, here's why. Can't leave him, because I don't have a car or income for myself, nor do I have family or friends to close by. I can't go to his family because they see him in a different light. What would you suggest? Open your legs, bitch. That's what I suggest. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we've got a full house here. Oh, there's, now he changed the EGIB again. We got Jen, Big Mike, and Freddie in the chat. So what's up, brother? Not much, just chilling. Talking about, we just got in the room, Freddie. We're talking about a lady who seeked out our advice. She's asking. She's saying, look, my husband talks dirty to me and grabs my boobs, and I don't like it. I don't want to have sex with him. I got my own problems, she says. What do I do? I can't leave him because, oh, well, I don't drive, and I don't drive or have any money, so I need him to drive me around and give me all his money. But, I don't want to have sex with him. What do I do? Well, lady, either you're going to live, you can't just suck him dry for everything he's worth and not expect to do anything in return. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street. So my advice is open them legs. That's my advice. Somebody's finger fucking his fucking door and I'm going to kill him. Because now the dog's barking over my show. And they're purposely doing it. Whoever it is going to die. Shut up! I'll go bananas in this bitch. I'll lose it. Anyway, he, 2 minutes out of her time, finish him off, and he'll be asleep. You know what I mean? He'll be asleep, and you won't have to worry about it. It'll be nap time. 2 minutes out of your fucking day. Freddie agrees with me. Of course, what man would? Now, women know, because, they got, what do you mean? Jesus Christ. Also, another great story. This ingenious Girl Scout, besides a savvy Girl Scout, is selling cookies at a cannabis clinic in San Francisco. Genius! That's all I gotta say about that. Them mother effers who got the munchies. They're like, oh man, look at the cookies, man. They look so good. They got me at the Wawa the other day. I went by the Wawa. all munchied up. Like, they were looking good. Actually, I bought them just because, you know, I was there and, you know, I have a daughter. I want her to be like Girl Scout or something like that. Nice. She can go out and you know, it's a good thing they're doing, sending the kids to the clinic. Sending them in front of the clinic. To the people getting medical marijuana. Listen, people with AIDS eat cookies too. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So good for her. Good for her. I feel good. We got a whole bunch of people in here having a good time. It's a fucking party. I got that in the chat. I want to put it all big. It's a party. Party. Well, can't talk long though. I want to talk about them two things. Also today in history, a couple things happened. Famous deaths. That's always funny. On this day in history, a lot of people died. King Albert of Kent. Nobody really. I could care less if the people are too far away. Let's see if there's anybody early. On the right day. I said, it's a party all big. Freddie said, hell yeah, bro. You goddamn right. We're having a good time. We're talking about, for those of you who just came in, we're talking about a bunch of things, actually. One, this girlfriend, selfish girlfriend, won't give up her badge to her boyfriend. And has the audacity. This poor guy should be complaining. He probably doesn't. He probably just sits there, shuts his mouth, goes to work, busts his ass, comes home, brings home the bacon while she sits on her fat ass and plays Nintendo while watching the kids. And you know, and complains when he wants to play with her boobies. You know? Jesus Christ. How does the world come to do that? And we're also talking about a young girl, business suave, business savvy. She decides, 13-year-old Girl Scout decides, hey, mommy, take me to the you know, where the stoners go. She says, oh, well, there's a weed dispensary right down the street. She sets up camp. She sold 170 boxes in 2 hours. I'll tell you what, man. She got paid. She won that bicycle, I guarantee you. You know, and also famous deaths, but they suck. There's nothing going on. And also the fact that we were also talking about the fact that thank you. I want to thank everybody for listening. The last show I did, I don't know if you guys listened to it, everybody in the chat, but apparently somebody did, because it was actually one that I didn't even get to listen back. Usually I listen back to them a couple times. I don't even get to listen back to that one but one time, and I didn't even get to listen to it all. So I turned it off. I went to do something else. Go back to work soon. Back to the carnival. Back to the drag. Can't go in there. In case you want to play Xbox. I'm trapped. Closet. I used to do shows in my fucking closet at the apartment. No drum. No, it's not a joke. That's a true story. I really did. Also, we have some in celebration of the Girl Scout lady saying, you know what? I'm gonna supply the stoners with some cookies and make a killing doing it in support of her and the celebration of her ingeniousness. We got all Cheech and Chong stuff to play. I got a bunch of their new shit. They just came out with an album. They're like 100 years old, those dudes. And just I'll tell you, if you don't kill you, obviously it keeps you alive. You know how dead you are. Uh-oh, no sound. What's going on? Uh-oh. I don't know. Did we lose connect? Can you hear me now? Never mind, he said. Okay, we're back. And we're back! I don't know, Freddie. Things go in and out all the time here on the show. You know, what people do. But, I usually have people on, but I usually do one in the morning, but I'm kind of everywhere now. I did get, by the time I got what I wanted, it got later, and I had to wait. This is the whole thing. Whatever. But we're here. We're here now, and I basically got out everything I wanted to get out anyway. You know what I mean? I could have did this in one of my old ass half-hour shows. While we got the money to pay for the site, for the pay site, it's like $20 a month. I might be able to get another month out of it. Hopefully, I'll be able to do March and then I'll just stop because I got to go back to work in middle or end of March. So, you know, one last month and like I said, we gotta go back to work. So we need to push these out. Everybody like it, spread it around. Like, well, you gotta worry. We get so much undercover now because we're kind of you know, there's no way. You know, we've got guards at every gate. Let's put it that way. So we ain't gotta worry about intruders coming in here. We might get a spy every now and again, and we'll just you know, block them. That's all. That's all. You know? So, yeah. I'll be back. I will play a song and then I'll smoke a cigarette and then we'll come back before I actually go. You know what I'm saying? Because we got coming up the Cheech and Chong roast. I'll play that last. So I'll play the new songs. I want to go ahead and debut them and we'll come back and talk about it and shit. There's Cheech and Chong, for those of you who don't know, which I think everybody knows who they are. So obviously they were comedians of such, real life stoners that made a career out of telling the world about it. Big in the 60s, 70s, and you know, admired to this day, as still. And they finally got what they well deserved, a roast, and of course it's hilarious. You know what I mean? So, but now they're like, I think they're 70, you know, they're like 70, 80. Of course, Chong was, you know, I don't know what Cheech has been doing, but Chong did that 70 show for a while. Then he went to jail. And now he's just, you know, they're just retired, I guess. I don't know. But, well, I thought they were, but now they made a whole new album. And here's some of it right here. Enjoy.
I was sitting in a coffee shop just minding my own affairs when all of a sudden this policeman caught me unawares. He said, "Is your name Pedro?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so." He said, "Then come with me because you're the man we've been looking for." I said, "Hey man, I've been framed." "Hey, no really man, I was framed." "Oh, I never do nothing wrong, man, but every time I get the blame, I've been framed." They put me in the lineup and let the bright lights shine. There was 10 poor dudes like me standing in that line. I knew I was the victim of somebody's evil plan when this scroungy looking dude came up and said,
"Yeah, that's him, man."
"Hey, wait a minute, man, I've been framed, man. Oh, listen to me, Judge, I was framed. I never do nothing wrong. Oh, but every time I get the blame. Hey, I've been framed." Then the prosecuting attorney started prosecuting on me. That dude gave me the first, second, and third degree. He said, "Where were you on the night of July 29th? I said, "Man, I was home in bed." He said, "Judge, that man's lying." I said, "Wait a minute, man, I was framed, man. Hey, Judge, listen to me, man. Really, you gotta believe me, I've been framed, man. I never do nothing having any weed. And I also deny the charges of taking any speed. I deny the charges of selling any grass. But when the judge looked down and said guilty, I said, Judge, you can kiss my ass.
We bounced into town in a low-rider van. We're on the run from Los Cochinos. They're rounding up all the old hippies and Latinos.
We don't need to make a new dope deal. We go to the doctor where it's all nice and legal. Does your mama know about me? They put me in the slammer, but now I'm free.
We're Cheech and Chong. We're gonna rock it all night long. We're Cheech and Chong. Can we all just get up on? We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong. And we're still smoking strong. We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong.
We're down to party all night long.
Chicharron is my name. Born in East LA. I got Chicano pride. I take the bomber for a ride. So many voices, so many routines without stoner comedy. You can't front on me.
We've been recording comedy since 1917. From Big Bamboo to Sleeping Beauty. Try to joke battle me, you're just a will devour. Cause making people laugh is our superpower.
We're Cheech and Chong. We're gonna rock it all night long. We're Cheech and Chong. Can we all just get up on? We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong. And we're still smoking strong. We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong. From LA to Hong Kong. Estoy viviendo el gran super sueño. Buenas mi barras, they taste like jalapenos. Ralph and Herbie chase around the kiddies and they love their bitches cause they got 8 titties.
You better press record cause here's another cult classic. We've been lighting it up since when?
The Jurassic.
Every minute of the day is like 420. Everybody we meet wants to fire up a doobie.
We're Cheech and Chong. We're gonna rock it all night long. We're Cheech and Chong. Can we all just get up on? We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong. And we're still smoking strong. We're Cheech. I'm Cheech and Chong. I'm Chong. Now raise your bong to Cheech and Chong.
That's what I'm talking about. Cheech and Chong getting gangster. Gangster on the track. I'm not even sure if I don't know if Cheech actually is a smoker or if he just plays the part with Chong and goes with it. I always wondered that. You know that motherfucker Chong, he blazes every day. I seen the roast. You can check the roast out. I got the roast to play in a little bit. And we got one more new song by him, and then we're gonna play the roast. And you can say he looks high there, high as a kite. You can check that out on YouTube. Just Cheech Chong roast game. They'll come right up. And I love those guys. I love Bucket Smoke. And I was into the comedy albums, the music comedy CDs, and tapes, cassettes at the time. My whole life, I've always been into comedy. And I loved their CD. They had a CD out. And, it was just bunches of skits, like the Dave skit, they threw that on there. It was just a bunch of shit, the Christmas song. All that was on the album, Ed Love, those guys were right there, them, their first ones. And of course, Adam Sandler, Weird Al, all those CDs, man, I love it. But they're just so funny. And you could actually buy the record album, the Cheech Chong record album. I remember that, and you could get they put a sheet of paper, a joint paper in there, just a huge one though. Everybody got one. Good times, man. So we're just sitting here. We're talking about Cheech. We're talking about Chong. We're talking about we got a couple things in the mix with that. With one chick, the 13-year-old Girl Scout, decides to step up the game and go where the cookies are going to sell. And that just happened to be the obvious place. I can't believe it took them now to figure this out. But they went to the dope dispensaries, pot dispensaries, the medical clinics that give out and this is terminal people. Most of them. I mean, I forget where it said it was at. Where's the story at? I got the story. It's San Francisco. So I don't know if it's like how loose they are with the thing. If this is just one of them where you go in there, I got a headache, and some guy, supposed to the doctor, writes you up a script, and you go to town. Or if it's like you're like here in Jersey, they have it, but you gotta have AIDS or cancer or something. You ain't just getting it, for arthritis or something here, not yet, But that's what he does. It helps you eat. So what? I mean, and a lot of these really sick people. My point is, a lot of these real sick people go in there, and they're getting this stuff just so they have an appetite. And then this chick's here selling cookies, so it's a win-win. You know what I mean? Unless they're getting it, because you can go to them things and get the already cookies with it. That's the only thing that could probably beat a Girl Scout cookie. It's a marijuana cookie. I know someone makes some banging marijuana brownies. Oh God. Michael Accoon. Just saying. Anyway, and we were also talking about this lady who wants to take her husband to court for sexual harassment because he's bopping her boobies around and talking dirty to her, trying to get her, in his own goofy way, he's trying to get her in the mood. And I do this as well. I have a problem with this. I understand, when you're comfortable with a woman and you've been with her for a while, you don't necessarily, you're so used to her, you've seen her on the shitter, you've seen her in every indispensable way, you've seen babies pop out of her. My girl was, I didn't see too much. She was behind a curtain. It was just her, you could see her head. And then I was on the other side actually, but I didn't see anything with the. I was by her head with the anesthesiologist. And that part they had a curtain over it. But you see them in all, so she's in a very uncomfortable position. She's in a very what's the word? A vulnerable, very vulnerable position. We've seen each other in all these weird positions and everything, and so we're very comfortable with ourselves, with each other. So, yeah, I'm like, grope her, maul her, I call her, and she swats me away, with a fly, and eventually I give up and I go away. Now, I don't know how persistent this fella is, but she, instead of talking to him about it, she says she's talked to him about it, but She probably just said, stop the Sam away, and that's her talking about it. Instead of just saying, look, you know, I don't want you calling on me. You're not helping the situation. You know what I mean? Like, even my girl, she don't just say, look, she kind of does, but she don't tell me what to do other than that. So I just go ahead and, you know, be repulsive and then, like, play peekaboo, you know, whatever, and shit like that. That's technically sexual harassment. It's a good question, though. Can you sexually harass your girlfriend? She doesn't know this, or your wife. Of course you can. You can. I don't hear too much about it because, you know, like, look, it's your husband. Give him some ass. If you loved him, death to his part. Shit, didn't you? I thought you meant it. Just give him some. Man, he'll stop. Till he wants some more. Just say, look, I'll give it up. Fair wouldn't, like I said, take you 2 fucking minutes. Say, look, I'll give it up to you, but you gotta promise you're not gonna call me all the time. I'll give it to you, you know, give it to him once a week. Like I said, you could give it to him every day, 2 minutes out of your time, and what's gonna hurt? The more you give it to him, the quicker it takes. 2 minutes out of your time a day. How hard? Do it once a week, then. It's that bad. Come on. Yeah? No. You just want to collect the money, drive the car, get rides, get him to drive the car, and whatever you got going on. You know? I mean, that's what it says. She wants to take, you know, she can't leave him because she needs this car. She needs this car. She needs his money. But she doesn't want to give him anything in return. So, he's my baby daddy. He's the, you know, he's the father of my children. He should do all this. Me. But I don't need to do anything for anybody else. No. I don't know. Why would I have to do that? I was trying to say earlier when I realized I was doing the show and I wasn't on is the Kid Chris show. You can check him out. Go to kidchris.com. Love that guy. He used to be here in Philly, but he's gone. He got kicked out. Anyway, he did this. He does a spoof where, you know, people on radio, especially the broad, they don't pay attention. So he does this thing where he tells everybody who listens to a show every day for that week. He says, we're going to have a fake phony guest on. And we're going to see who takes the hook. And every time, and he'll pick up the phone. Hello, you want to talk to our fake phony guest? And they go off because there's always something about, like this time it was about in the marriage. When you get married, they want to pass a law. He puts this fake guest on, and he says that he wants to pass this law saying that a woman cannot let herself go, gain any weight while being married, or stop having sex with him. She can, but if she does, and she wants a divorce, she doesn't get any money. 3 or 4 of these bitches got on. Yeah, it's fake phony guest. You want to talk to him? Yeah. I don't believe this. This is despicable. It's just going on and on. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing in the world. So, I think we did all right. 38 minutes, 39 minutes. It was it took me all day to get this material. I want to thank Freddie, Jen, and Big Mike for hanging out with me in the chat. And please come again. We'll be back here tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be the same bat time or the same bat station, but a bat will probably be involved. I'm not positive. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep listening. We're doing good. Number one in hobbies. Batman. Oh, did I lose a song? Whoa, stop the presses here. I think I lost it. I wanted to transition to that real nice. And my so unprofessional. If I was doing this for a living, I'd be fine. I lost the thing. I wanted to do play the last the last Cheech and Chong song, the newest one. I don't know if this is the one we were playing. I think it might be this one. Not exactly. Let's see. Yep. Alright, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad station, maybe.
Wow, man.
I got a thing for marijuana. Surrounds me like a sauna. When I get with you, I wanna tell the world how much I love ya.
I am a cannabis man. Got a joint in each of my hands. Mexican or Panama red. This true love will never end. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana.
I'm in love with marijuana. Makes me feel just like an iguana. I know I like you like no other. In the morning, I'm always looking for you, man.
I am a cannabis man. Once again, got the grass in the back of my van. Colombia, no sense of me. I can't wait to feel you. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana.
I'm in lust with marijuana. Feel it in my balls, man. So many kinds of this skunky mama. She is my prima donna.
I am a Mary Jane man. Smoke a bong or aluminum can. Let's light up this giant spliff. Roll them up, we'll hotbox it. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana.
Gotta get some marijuana. Headed down to Tijuana. Driving in a van that's made of ganja. Just to prove how much I love ya.
I am the Prince of Pot. Got the river inside my sock. Northern lights are purple power. Oh, how I love this flower. Oh, how I love you. Marijuana, marijuana. Give me some yes, girl. How I love you. Marijuana.
You're listening to the Witness Protection Program and or Top Secret Sound. Two radio shows that are so underground that even the government don't know anything about it, or do they?
FBI to DEA, testing on Houston Command. How do you read us? This is Houston DEA. I read you loud and clear on command. 10-4.
Tune in to find out. Only on Spreaker.com.
Tonight, the object of our affection is Mr. Drew Carey.
Comedy Central presents.
Whoa, what the fuck? That off. Such an idiot. There it is. It's the wrong goddamn one. Figured this the fuck out. Cheech and Chong roast. I watched a couple of times actually. Go on YouTube and search Cheech and Chong roasted. really good roast. One of the best ones. And also, obviously, now we also have a Drew Carey one coming later, and the little best of Charlie Sheen that will play after Sean Finn. But I want to play that first. My bad, my mistake.
From the Comedy Festival at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Cheech and Chong Roasted. Hosted by Brad Garrett, with Tom Arnold, Shelby Chong, Greg Giraldo, Ralphie May, Penn and Teller, Geraldo Rivera, Wilmer Valderrama, with special messages from Steve Carell, Andy Dick, Robert Osborne, and Martha Stewart. And now, please welcome two old buds, the legendary Cheech and Chong. Here's your Toastmaster for the evening, Brad Garrett.
Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong, everybody, welcome. Wow, welcome to, yeah. Oh, this is incredible there. Thank you. Your people are here, guys. There must be 200 Mexicans. I think there's 200 Mexicans because I saw 3 cars, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, and they were parked on the lawn. A lot of you purchased your tickets early, months ago, because I know you wanted to see the Reverend Al Sharpton. He bailed on us literally minutes ago. But I don't want to bail on the Al Sharpton joke. So what I have done, 2 hours ago, I was playing craps out in the casino, losing my ass, just so you know. But I met a very lovely a black gentleman who is from Vegas, and he is going to sit in, if that's it. He's never been on TV. Never on TV. Make him feel at home. His name is Anthony Jackson. Anthony Jackson is here. Anthony Jackson. All right. All right. Hey, man. Good son, Anthony. Playing the part of Al Sharpton. Anthony Jackson. Thank you for coming here, Reverend. Al Sharpton can't claim that the white man is keeping him down now that Obama's in the White House, but he can claim that the half-white man is keeping him down. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Tommy, I got to tell you, you look like shit. The Civil War called, they found your diary. It's good to see that drugs really don't affect you. That's nice to see. Let's get to the dais. It's a veritable who's available. Geraldo Rivera, everybody. Geraldo Rivera. He's half Jewish and half Puerto Rican, so he steals your shit and then he sells it back to you. Only when he's not blowing Bill O'Reilly. The very funny Greg Giraldo. Greg Giraldo. How are you, man? Hi, Bob. Greg Giraldo. Greg, I have 3 words for you. Who are you? Ralphie May. Hey, Ralphie, how are you? Oh, Ralphie's is a large man. He's so fat when he goes to the chicken ranch, he has to the hookers in the corral. Tom Arnold is here because listening to an old Cheech and Chong LP is like Roseanne. Halfway through, you have to flip it over to the shitty side. Cheech, do me a favor. Remind Tommy where he is. Your first movie, do you remember what it was? Up in Smoke and made over... Up in Smoke. Up in Smoke made over $100 million at a time when that was a lot of money. And it was so successful that you guys, you spent the rest of your career making 8 more of the same movie with different titles. But after a long and incredible career, Cheech and Chong broke up. That was sad. Cheech, it was Cheech's idea. Cheech started collecting art while Tommy continued to tour with his wife, Shelby. Wow. You took your wife on the road? Oh my God, Al Sharpton's great-grandfather wasn't whipped that bad. It's amazing. He's been on TV 4 minutes, already an attitude. Isn't that amazing? Now it's time to really figure out why we're here, because I have no idea. It's to roast these 2 wonderful icons of comedy. And right now we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look back at the good old days when Cheech and Chong started out. And here they are.
Good evening. I'm Officer Dick. I've spent my entire life warning the youth of America about the dangers of drug addiction. If you try drugs, it can lead to other destructive behavior, like getting arrested, destroying your TV career, or blowing dudes. But today, I'm here to warn you about a far deadlier scourge. One that, for the last 40 years, has trapped millions of unsuspecting Americans in its mind-numbing clutches. I'm speaking, of course, about Cheech and Chong. It began in 1971. The country was in turmoil. Brave young Americans were headed to Vietnam, inspiring this courageous Mexican
Orale, vato, what's happening?
to cross the border into Canada. It was here that Richard Cheech Marin and Thomas Hussein Chong formed a team.
I slept in a ditch last night, man. I almost froze my balls off, man.
They started pushing their junk in strip clubs.
International masturbation champion, Harry Pong.
They brought in the goddamn dog.
Hey, how are you?
And eventually smuggled it into the States.
You got any narcotics, marijuana in here?
Not anymore.
People gathered in dark rooms to get a fix of their vinyl poison.
Who is it?
It's Dave, man. Open up.
Dave's not here.
Pretty soon, all the squares were jonesing for a hit and blasting off to Kicksville.
Now turn around and bend over. Fire out, man.
Thank you.
People wanted to go to their movies to tune in, turn on, and walk out. But the supply ran out when they broke up.
All right, then I'll do it myself.
Good, do it yourself.
Forget you.
Decades of exposure to themselves left Cheech and Chong with permanent brain damage and impaired judgment.
Tommy Chong was sentenced to 9 months in federal prison for selling bongs on the internet.
And they fell in with some bad company.
Chong said that you and him used to smoke weed together.
We always had a good time. We know how to enjoy ourselves.
After thousands of sold-out concerts, blockbuster movies, classic comedy albums, and a bitter breakup that lasted over 20 years, the Cheech and Chong epidemic is back and stronger than ever. If you or anyone you know has been exposed to Cheech and Chong. Seek a medical professional, and while you're there, get hooked up with one of these.
Coming up, more jokes and totes.
Hello, Cheech. Hello, Tommy.
You've hit rock bottom.
With Cheech and Chong.
Tommy, Cheech. It's me, Martha Stewart. Hey guys, this is the most important night of your life. And I'm a very important person. That's why I'm not there. I didn't want to have to fly out there, check in the hotel, and share a room with Al Sharpton. And to be perfectly honest, I'd rather gouge my eyes out with a melon baller than stare at Brad Garrett all night. But anyway, I know you thought this was a roast, but the truth is, it's an intervention. Marijuana can ruin your life, not to mention the lives of the people around you. Here's someone else who's got something to say to you.
Hello, Cheech. Hello, Tommy. I've always been a big fan of your movies. I followed you ever since I was a little kid, really. And my brother was the one who introduced me to Cheech and Chong movies. He was my older brother. And we used to go together to the movies. He used to take me. And it was one of those movie-going experiences that you don't forget because it was kind of a bonding thing between me and my brother. He actually became a little more invested in your movies than I did, and he started doing marijuana soon thereafter, because of course that's what you do when you go to a Cheech and Chong movie. And it kind of spiraled into a place really of no return for him. He overdosed. He overdosed on marijuana when he was 19. And you guys, you know, he was a really nice person, and you screwed his life up. You got him into that shitty weed, and it ruined his life.
There's nothing funny about smoking pot. You guys have spent your career proving that.
You, Cheech and Chong. You ruined our family. Oh, God. Oh.
Maybe it's time to turn your life around. You know you've hit rock bottom. You're doing a roast on TBS with Tom Arnold.
And I'll be looking forward to seeing your next movie.
Funny, right? Ladies and gentlemen, our first roaster is the only person to ever max out their credit card at Cinnabon. Please, if you will, welcome the comedy team of Ralphie May. Ralphie May.
It's great to be here. Tonight you're going to hear a ton of fat jokes about me because that's what they do. I am fat. I'm a fat bastard. People told me, why don't you get your kitchen stapled? They've told me... I kind of like that one, too. I think it's funny. They say to lose weight, Ralphie hides his food by his dick. He'll never find it there. I know, they say all these horrible things. And I say, you know, they asked me, Tom Arnold earlier tonight asked me, he goes, Ralphie May, when was the last time you saw your dick? And I said, last night, in the reflection of your mother's forehead.
That's creepy.
Thank you. You'll get your turn to say something unfunny in a minute. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my idols, Mr. Geraldo Rivera, is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is phenomenal. I read your book. I'm one of the 7. You said in there that you banged Barbara Walters, Liza Minnelli, and Joan Collins. You banged the old chick from The View. Oh, Geraldo, break my hip, break my hip. Mr. Wilmer Valderrama's right here, ladies and gentlemen. I asked my homies. I said, who's Wilmer Valderrama? And they're going, dude, he's the guy who Lindsay Lohan. And I'm like, well, thanks for narrowing it down, Jesus. All right, I don't have much time, but I got to talk to the men of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, my honored guest tonight, Mr. Cheech and Chong. The Kings of Weed. The Kings of Weed. I love you guys. I remember growing up in the South, watching your movies, listening to your albums. Man, you got me smoking weed early, and I appreciate the career, because this is all munchie weight. You guys are awesome. You've been at it for a long time, man. Y'all, they used to play Caesars when Caesar was here. Long time. They smoked the burning bush. They're awesome. I'm such a huge Cheech and Chong fan. I went out and bought their action figures. They don't do shit. They suck. They just sit around on the couch all day and watch TV. I had to get one. That's what I do. Cheech, you're like a father to comedians out there, especially stoners. Tommy, I love you. You got busted for selling bongs on the internet. What the hell? It's bullshit. You got 9 months. I think your problem is, Tommy, you didn't sell enough bongs. All right? If you'd have sold like $9 billion worth of bongs on Wall Street, and you a lot of tax people out of it and the government out of it, you wouldn't have got 9 months in jail. You would have got $9 billion. Fellas, as a fan, I gotta tell you, I love you guys so much. I'm urging you, please, desperately, make another movie. All right? We need it. Your people need it. We need it. I suggest, though, that you make it quick, because you're getting old. I mean, seriously. Pretty soon, you'll be smoking weed for glaucoma, for real. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me. I love you the most. Thank you, guys.
Very nice. Our next roaster is here because the person who replaced the person who canceled also canceled. Please welcome our Plan C, Geraldo Rivera.
I am Geraldo Rivera. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Brad Garrett, terrific guy. He won 3 Emmys for Everybody Loves Raymond. And then he did that other one, that Till Death, and the Emmy Academy demanded the other 3 back. That's the best show. Now, most people see me, Geraldo Rivera, been on television a long time as just a strikingly handsome, award-winning journalist. What they don't know is, and this is true, I have gotten high with Cheech and Chong in every country in the Western world. Back in 1985, true story, Tommy smuggled 2 ounces of pot and one of my bongs into Madagascar. We were all vacationing there. And I tell you, once you had a bong up your ass for 12 hours, prison rape is a birthday party. Now, no one really looked at Tommy Chong as a sex symbol, except for 4 gay hippies back in 1982 when he appeared in Playgirl magazine. Now, take a look. There we are. I mean, what kind of colossal ego do you have to do a photo shoot for Playgirl magazine? I didn't need a fluffer for my nude shot. Tommy did. The truth is that Cheech and Chong, truly special artists. We should never underestimate, I'm being serious now, never underestimate the power of comedy. I did a report on how hospitals for the gravely ill, they really do. They play Cheech and Chong movies for the terminally ill patients, to help them relieve their long-term suffering. And it really works because within 10 minutes of watching the Cheech and Chong movie, they pull their own plug. That's it. Thank you, very good. Thank you.
Geraldo Rivera, everybody. Geraldo Rivera. Tommy Chong backstage, he told me, he said, "Hey, I may be old, man, but I'm in good shape. I could still touch my toes." I said, "Well, that's true, Tommy, but it doesn't count when you do it with your balls." The nice Chicano fellow in the audience asked, what was I doing looking at his balls? And the answer is trying to get your mom out of a bad predicament. Our next roasters are the Sonny and Cher of magic. One of them is short, and the other one should ski into a tree. I love them, ladies and gentlemen. Penn and Teller, Penn and Teller.
Brad Garrett starred in one of the biggest shows on television. He won 3 Emmys. And now look at him. He's one N-word away from being Michael Richards. Now, this is actually true. Teller and I may be the only people in this room who have never smoked pot. That's true. That's true. I'm sorry, but that's true. And every time we look at Cheech and Chong, we're reminded of why. But seriously, we love these guys. Teller and I were so sad when they broke up due to inartistic differences. A lot has happened. Well, you know, it's as good a time as any to start. Can you put... A lot has happened in the 25 years since Cheech and Chong were apart, but here's one thing that didn't happen. Someone saying, I wish Cheech and Chong would get back together. And how about Shelby Chong, huh? Married to Tommy Chong for over 25 years. 25 years, you know, a few years ago I saw Tommy and Shelby perform together and gave Tommy some advice. Get a partner who doesn't talk. You know, Tommy Chong went to prison. I don't have any idea how they caught him. He's sneaky. He's a mastermind. He's a super criminal. Maybe it was the name of his company, Chong's Bongs. Teller, you lit the wrong joint. That's the problem there. Thank you. Good night.
When you guys blow each other, at the end you say, ta-da!
Coming up, more good shit.
This next guy has done over 50 movies, and the only funny thing he's ever been in is Roseanne. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Arnold.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Dr. Hackenstein. Oh. By the way, a little lesson on comedy and how it works. I'm the least funny person here, but obviously the most famous because you've done so many jokes about me. Greg Giraldo lives on his mother's couch, he collects food stamps, and Carrot Top makes $10 million a year. That's how it works. You know, Brad proposed to his ex-wife on the set of Everybody Loves Raymond, which was convenient because he's already on one knee blowing Ray Romano. But, yeah, but enough about Brad's only good career decision. Kind of sucks, doesn't it there, Brad? I love your new show, though, TMZ, where you beat up those little guys with the cameras. Yeah, and it's an honor to sit next to Geraldo Rivera and see his ugly, weathered face. And when you're on Fox News, I got to tell you, you do the impossible. You make Bill O'Reilly look like less of a douchebag. And that is a tough job. And speaking of loudmouth giants and people who have nothing to say, Penn and Teller, wait, which one was Penn again? Are you Penn? Yeah. Penn, he was a contestant on Dancing with the Stars, and I didn't catch that episode, Penn, but who was the star you danced with? I got to ask the question that's on everybody's mind here. When you guys blow each other, at the end, do you say, ta-da? I mean, I know Teller does it, but Ted, and what can I say about Wilmer Valderrama? I don't think he's a Mexican because Mexicans work. And, you know, since that 70s show got canceled, Wilmer's done nothing but bang hot babes. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Mandy Moore, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan, I guess it is possible to somebody's brains out. So he's done it. And right there, come on, hey. He's like Geraldo Rivera without herpes, is what he is. I mean, yeah, he's hosting the after party, and I'm going to give you the directions. You go about a half mile down the strip, and you take a hard left right up Ashton Kutcher's ass. And let's get to our guests of honor, the legendary, truly legendary comedy team of Cheech and Chong. Boy, we're making a big deal about getting them back together, but who really gives a shit? Let's be honest. All kidding aside, I really respect and love you guys. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have become addicted to pot, which of course led to my addiction to cocaine, which led to my marriage to Roseanne. And actually, you really f***ed up my life, is what you've done. And brought jokes for lots of people, though. Seriously, it's an honor. I thank both of you guys. Thank you, buddy. I love it. Thank you very much.
That was great, Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm jealous because he's good looking, he's successful, and like Geraldo, not out of the closet. Wilmer Valderrama.
Give it up. Well, but I'm not here to roast Cheech and Chong. I'm here to cock-block Geraldo Rivera. Okay, I met Geraldo, I met Geraldo backstage. He's actually one of my heroes. When he was a news reporter, he was the first Puerto Rican I've ever saw get into the back of a van not being handcuffed. Okay? And that's a big deal because he gave me hope, Because he claimed he's had sex with 1,000 women. 1,000 women. I call that a slow Tuesday. But I'm really here to talk about Cheech and Chong. All right, give it up for Cheech and Chong. They're my heroes. But it's great. I don't know if I'm sure you guys remember on the 70s show, Tommy played Leo on that 70s show. He's truly like a father to me. I got him my mother twice. But I'll never forget the day Tommy got busted. But I supported my friend and visited him in prison. It was really awkward because he traded me to a black guy for a pack of cigarettes. But That just made it. But I love you guys, and you guys know that's true because you're the only friends I have in Hollywood who can't do anything for my career. Enjoy your night.
It's like Enrique Iglesias fell in a dryer and came out smaller and gayer.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We went to the Classic Movie Vault and found a Cheech and Chong movie. Like all their movies, it was stuck under the vault to keep it from wobbling. Over the years, Turner Classic Movies thought that age and water had damaged the films of Cheech and Chong, but motion picture historians agree that their movies were destroyed the moment the director yelled action. Interesting to note that Cheech and Chong were involved in a long legal battle with the studios who wanted to turn their films into silent movies. Unfortunately for all of us, Cheech and Chong won that battle. I'm Robert Osborne. Peace out, bitches.
Our next roaster has had more work than this entire dais. Too bad it was on her face and tits. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the amazing Shelby Chong. Shelby Chong.
It's such an honor to be here tonight, you know, to be with my favorite comedy team, Penn and Teller. Just kidding. We all know Penn and Teller suck. Me and Tommy have been together forever. The only person who's been Tommy longer than me is Cheech. Tommy's like a fine wine. You have to smell him before you put him in your mouth. But it was really tough on me, you know, when they sentenced Tommy to 9 months in jail. But thank God for conjugal visits. If Cheech didn't visit me once a week. Thank you.
Shelby Chong. This guy is an incredibly funny comedian. He has been a promising young comedian for over 20 years. Greg Giraldo. Greg Giraldo.
Brother. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brad Garrett. Everybody, keep it going for that giant Jew. You must have had a foreskin like a circus tent. Tom Arnold is here. Huh? Tom Arnold. Tom, of course, he's famous for marrying Roseanne Barr, and pretty much that's it. Tommy Chong thought about replacing Cheech with Tom Arnold. They were going to call themselves Leech and Chong. Tom. Yeah, it's going to keep going. Wilmer Valderrama is here. Huh? How about that? It's like Enrique Iglesias fell in a dryer and came out smaller and gayer. You're so gay, you Lindsay Lohan and made her gay. Ralphie May, of course, is here. Ralphie, you're like the population of India. You're loud, sweaty, and double in size every year. You're the only guy who watches porn and when the guy delivers the pizza. Yeah! Oh, the hot dog! Like that. Hooray! Penn Jillette, with your greasy ponytail, you look like a male stripper that swallowed a male stripper. And, it's good to see that little weirdo Teller here, too. What a freak. Usually Tom Arnold's the only guy in a room who's made a living doing absolutely nothing besides hooking up with a fat slob with a bad haircut. Penn and Teller, you're like the new Siegfried and Roy. You're big Vegas entertainers. You do elaborate tricks, and one of you doesn't talk anymore. Shelby Chong is here. Holy shit, what a hot old broad. Shelby Chong is here, or as Cheech calls her, Smoko Ono. Actually, Cheech has a hot Russian wife.
Yeah, Tommy wanted to get one too, but as a felon, he can't order things by mail. Cheech and Chong, just when I thought they were gone, they came back. They're like the herpes of comedy. It's exciting. And what a career you've had, huh? After you split up, Cheech became a big TV star, and Chong went to jail. You guys are like Lance Armstrong's testicles. One of you kept cruising along, and the other one stopped working, was ripped from its home, and finally left to rot in the can. Here's my impression of Tommy Chong in prison. Hey! What are you trying to do? You ruined my rectum, man. I just bought it. Cheech, you love to play golf, and some people say that that's a sellout move for a Mexican-American. That's horseshit. What could be more Mexican than sweating on a freshly mowed lawn with dirty balls and a bag full of weapons? Cheech met Chong in Canada, where Cheech went to avoid the draft. Wow, you're the first Mexican ever to leave the country illegally. But anyway, you know what? You guys are the best. I mean it. I love you guys. You've been huge comedy heroes of mine, and I'm so psyched you're back. Good. Thanks for having me here. Congratulations.
Greg Giraldo. We've had a lot of fun here tonight, and I know everybody in this room is a fan of these two brilliant gentlemen that took comedy to another level. And now we're going to hear from the first genius half of this team. Ladies and gentlemen, please make him feel at home, Mr. Tommy Chong.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. I just want to say no one's happier than me, because I've been addicted to Mexicans for years. But it's an honor being roasted by professionals. And Brad, really, you've had a beautiful career. I loved you, and everybody loves Raymond, I'm sorry. And I guess you haven't done anything funny since then, really. So maybe your nickname should be One Hitter. Wilmer! This is my bud from the 70s show, man. Wilmer. And I taught Wilmer everything I know, man, like how to roll a joint with one hand. And that's all I know, man. And the first night I met Cheech, he had some primo Mexican Michoacan weed, and after we smoked the first pound, he thought everything I said was funny. And I thought everything he said was funny. And then we thought everything our dog said was funny. Yeah, and that's how this whole thing started, man. That's it. Yeah. And I'll tell you why we broke up. A lot of people wonder why we broke up. We broke up because we got rich. I'm serious, man. And I learned one thing. You can't make a rich Mexican do shit, boy. Hey, before I go, I got to give some kudos to my beautiful wife, Shelby. Huh? I tell you, and it's nice to work with a partner who has a vagina. After working so many years with such a little prick. Well, for the record, I didn't make this bong.
Thank you,
Tommy Chong. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheech Marin. Give it up, Cheech.
I've been in show business for 40 years, and this is the shit they give me, man. Half these people I don't know. The other half I don't want to know. Brad, I saw you on TV, on the TMZ, pushing the paparazzi away. At this point in your career, that's like a Somalian swatting away a sandwich, man. You know, it's like... I don't know. Tom, you have enough of your shit. Ralphie May, thank you very much, Ralphie May. Let's have Ralphie May. Ralphie, he can't stay long. He has to go back to plugging the hole in the ozone layer. Geraldo Rivera, my friend, one of my best friends, over 35 years has had my back. If it doesn't work out at Fox, he can always go back to his original profession, gay porn, you know. Geraldo's half Jewish, half Puerto Rican, which means he won't stab a bitch after sundown, which I really respect. He's kosher that way. Wilmer Valderrama. You suck tonight, God. Shelby Chong was great tonight. She's the only one here in this room who knows what it's like to smoke a 70-year-old joint, you know? But let's talk about my partner, Tommy Chong. I can still remember how I met him. We were in Vancouver. I was walking through Stanley Park, and I see this guy coming to me, and I didn't know him. He had long hair, and he was smiling. And I'll never forget what he said. He came up to me and he says, "Hey, I'll f*** your dick for $1." Hey, I needed the dollar, you know, what the we've had a crazy life together, years and years and years together. A lot of highs, but even when we were low, we were still high, you know, so that was pretty good. Sometimes we would get high and do crazy things, like he felt up my cousin at her own funeral. Always doing stupid shit like that, man. You're 70 years old. How is it that you still wear a diaper and can still shit all over my life? Think about it. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm finished with you, puto. You know? Cheech and Chong is over once again, so f*** you, I'm out of here.
Who is it?
It's me, Dave. Open up.
Dave?
Yeah, man. It's Dave.
Dave's not here! Gentlemen, Cheech and Chong, thanks for coming out to honor this day tonight. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Here's a little story about a man with a shed. He was really bored, so this is what he said. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get on the radio. So now in his shed he does a funny show. Broadcasting, that is. Radio Gold. It's pretty funny.
Doors are open. Welcome to the Shed Show. I am your DJ, Uncle Bobby. And, we're here yet another day after Christmas, and the title of the show is Dogs, Bronies, and the Dumb Crooks. Oh my! Now I was talking to Kimmy on Skype, and she said, "Why call it that?" I said, "Well, Kimmy, I guess you'll just have to listen and find out because." And then the Skype went out because. I turned the Skype off. I'm not on Skype right now, so we don't have Joe. I was going to do a show with me, Joe, and Doc, and I'm going to try to do it without the Skype. I just kept the Skype off. I turned it off because we were going in and out, man, and it's just, I don't know if that's draining the power, but I've noticed the last two or three episodes I tried to do with Joe on Skype, I lose connection. So I want to do one without Skype and see if that helps not drain the power or whatever. I'm no computer scientist, so I don't really know. But I'm thinking that might help. And hopefully we stay connected through the whole show, because when I listen back to it, it's like dead air for sometimes minutes, two minutes at a time. And who the hell wants to hear dead air for that long? You know what I mean? So we'll see if that fixes it, and then we'll have to figure out how we can get everybody back on Skype so I can have people back on the show, because I do enjoy that a lot. You know, it's better to have conversations and have people to what did I say?
Sorry.
So it's better to have conversations with other people than to just hear me ramble on. But we do have some stuff coming up here. First off, we'll go in the order of the titles: dogs, bronies, and dumb crooks. Oh my! So we'll start with the dogs. The reason why it's titled that, one reason is, well, we got a dog today, for Christmas. Does not sound like that. Actually, barely barks. It's part Yorkie, part pug, a hybrid, my friends, named Maxwell, his full name. And I'm actually quite impressed. Already part of the family overnight. Became part of the family overnight. So a real good dog. And Joe's right about one thing. He says they're just good. Dogs are just good for the soul, man. You know what I mean? Me and him clicked right away, and we have a good time together. We go out on walks. He hangs out. We sleep together. We take naps together. So it's really a really good time having a dog. So I suggest, if you have the means, go out and get yourself one. Believe me, it's going to take me a month. Christmas is going to be long gone before I fully pay this dog off, but it'll be worth it in the end. I tell you that. So somebody's in the chat. Let's see. And it's Kimmy. She says, "Hey, Kimmy." So Kimmy, you just missed. I explained part of the title. I was telling them that you were wondering why I would call it that. Dogs, bronies, and dumb crooks, oh my. Well, it's simply because we got a dog today, or for Christmas. We got a dog for Christmas. We picked him up Christmas Eve night. Actually, it was Christmas by the time she went and got him. I got a little buzzed up and passed out, so Auntie Jugs had to get the dog on her own. Bless her. But so I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning, and the dog was already there. But and when we come back, obviously the dumb crooks is dumb crook news. We got some dumb crook news. Actually, it's a top 10. We're gonna turn that into a top 10 because there's 10 funny stories about dumb crooks for 2013. Dumbest crooks for 2013. That's our top 10 list coming up, and a news story with a brand new news intro, and that's all coming up right after this. Stick with us.
I can see it in your eyes, girl, that you're in the mood for love. So I light some candles, pour some wine, come sit down on the rug. But there's something I must tell you, babe, before we take this step. Something about me, girl, that you do not know yet. I have no penis. It was torn off in a bicycle accident in 1999. I also lost one testicle, so all I have is a weird uniball and a rubber tube between my legs. babe, I can love you in different ways. I'll make love to you with the rubber tube that I use for urinating. I'll just tape 2 popsicle sticks around it, make it easier for penetrating. And having only one ball isn't always a bad thing. It's like a pool ball in a pillowcase. It's like the cherry on the sundae. 'Cause girl, I have no penis, I have no cock. If it looks like I have a ball just 'cause I stuff it with a sock. Girl, I know that you're afraid, but I promise, baby, if you stay, I'll put a cucumber in the microwave. And babe, I will love you in different ways. Just because I don't have a cock, it doesn't mean I can't rock. Just because I don't have a cock, it doesn't mean I can't rock. Just because I don't have a cock, it doesn't mean I can't rock. Don't be fooled by my lack of a cock. I'm still Johnny from the block. Oh, yeah.
Yes, what is it, Brick?
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party. The pants with the pants. Party with pants.
Brick, are you saying that there's a party in your pants and that I'm invited?
That's it. Years later, a doctor will tell me that I have an IQ of 48, and am what some people call mentally retarded.
Rick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them?
¿Cómo están, bitches? Spanish language news is here.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade?
I don't know.
You jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it? Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart.
Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight.
You guys have it, I think.
A whale's vagina.
Welcome to the news portion of the show. Strange but True News is the segment, and it's brought to you. The intro was brought to you by Ron Burgundy, and the news story itself is brought to you by WBALTV.com. Grown men celebrating My Little Pony at BronyCon. Apparently, that's what a brony is. A grown man who partakes in the collection and the celebration of My Little Pony figures and all the whole franchise, I reckon. There was this weird show on Spreaker, actually, a radio show. They played like disco or some weird house music or something, and they were all I think they were these dudes, like all these dudes that liked My Little Pony, and they all had My Little Pony profiles, and they'd get in there and they'd get to talking, and it was just a weird time. And I like to go in there and goof on him a little bit from time to time. However, I don't think he does a show anymore, but I'm sure you can find the show. I don't know how you would find it. I don't think you can find it by My Little Pony, but it was a weird show. It was big on Spreaker for a while, and then they just dissipated. I don't know what the hell happened to them. And they probably all got raped in prison or something, because I don't know. Listen, man, I don't like to judge. I really don't. I try my best not to. But when it comes to grown men liking My Little Pony figures and collecting them, especially if you don't have children, watching the cartoon and just going to these brony cons and you know, it's just a weird thing. it's just weird to me. Almost pedophilish. Like, I don't like it. It gives me a bad vibe. Here's the deal, it says. Grown fans of My Little Pony, a beloved childhood cartoon that grew into toys and TV series and a feature-length film, are celebrating their love for the franchise at the 2013 BronyCon in Baltimore. Workers began setting up Thursday for BronyCon 2013, the fifth convention of its kind that organizers said will be the biggest convention yet. These conventions crack me up. Yet, with more than 7,000 visitors expected, the convention is based on those who love the animated TV show, My Little Pony, which ran in the 1980s and was revamped in 2010. It centers on 6 magical ponies. Now, I know the show. I've watched the cartoon, but I watch it with my 7-year-old daughter, and I read her the little book, the book My Little Pony, and so, and even she thought it was weird when she came in front of the computer and said, "Daddy, why you got My Little Pony stuff up?" Even she thought it was weird. Unless I'm sitting there with her with it, it doesn't make any sense, even to a 7-year-old. So I don't know why these dudes are into this. I don't know. It's creepy to me. The men who follow the show almost religiously and collect show material are known as bronies. It's just a fantastic show. It's really clever. And it's really just soothing. It's entertaining. And it actually entertains the adults as much as the little girls it's originally portrayed for. Brony Brandon has said. This is Brony Brandon. Jesus Christ. What is going on with the world today? Let's see what's going on in the chat. Love Muffin, yay! Love Muffin's here. Shout out to Jen the intern, or ex-intern. Jen the ex-intern, I guess we'll start calling her, because I think she quit. She quit to go make cheeseburgers or something, so I don't know. Jen's in the chat. Kimmy's in the chat, and Shillbilly's in the chat. What's up? Joe Seeker was supposed to do a show with me, but he disappeared. He said, "You bastard, Bobby." And Duck was on the phone with me when my Skype took a shit. Look, you were gone anyway. What do you care, Joe? You left. So me and Duck all by ourselves, and then the Skype went down, so I turned the Skype off and decided to do the show, because the last 3 shows me and you did together, there was, I'd say 50% dead air, because it kept going in and out, and I think it's the Skype. Because so far, so good, no problems, no connection loss. And I think it's the Skype's draining my power, and it's not allowing me to get a good signal on the Spreaker. To run Spreaker and Skype, I think it's effing the show up. So I don't know what we're going to do, buddy. We're going to have to do shows on Audacity and play them and podcast them on Spreaker or something for now. Because I think that was the problem. Because it's going good now. Because I didn't have the show on, the Spreaker show, and the Skype still goes out all the time on it. They went out on me and Duck, so I just turned it off. You and your excuses. Blah, blah, bastard. Get out of here! Yo! Get out! Right now! I'm doing a show. Well, I don't want cling-clanging on my goddamn show. I don't care. It's my studios right now. If you want to contact the show, use Morse code. That's the best way to do it. Because Skype is down. I'm going to go patrol for bronies. We'll be back right after this.
WhatIsWorld.com. I'm a pedophile. Brony pedophile. A brony's a guy that's into little pony culture. And a pedophile likes giving children blowjobs. The back of my van is full of ponies, so you better get inside of it. Get inside it, kid.
I'm into brushing hair. A pretty pony. You like ponies? Got a bunch in here. Come play with me. I'm pretty lonely. We don't judge in here. We love and tolerate. Now let me touch your underwear. Get your butt in here. Woo!
Let's take our pants off. There is some horses. Gotta go. Hey, I got your balls. Hey, I got Pegasus. And I'm in roses. I'm ready. Hey, every day. Hey, I got the whole entire little pony
Autistic. Being a brony doesn't really get you tons of chicks. I'm into ponies with a little side of a kid stick. I'm just like Coney, kidnapping kids ages 5 and 6.
but not dead since 2006. We got a dance floor. Take all your clothes off. Here we go. Hey, we're probably sure. Hey, Michael Jackson. Princess Celestia. Blood is shy. Hey, Pinkie Pie. Hey, Honey Bun. Glitter Heart. Rainbow Dawn. I'm a pedophile. Pedophile. Brony pedophile. Pedophile. Brony pedophile. Hey, sexy baby. I'm a pedophile. Hey, sexy baby.
Beating on Trixie and Blossom 4. Cherry Berry, let me ride you till I had enough. Beating on to Big Macintosh. Snowcatcher, you're the batter, let me jack you off.
I'm a pedophile. Sexy baby. I'm a pedophile. Sexy baby. I'm a pedophile.
Wouldn't you like to hear your name on Shillbilly Internet Radio? For only $19.95, we'll give you a shout out live on air, absolutely free of charge.
All morning, no one was in the fucking hallway. I hit record. Everybody's in the kitchen. We're gonna play. Shut up! We're gonna play one more fucking song, and then they better get the fuck out of here.
White goes high, Canadian says A, Mexican goes half a night day, Arab goes, French goes, and the Asian says, oh, hello. German goes yeah, Wap goes E, and the Jew says oi, 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 but there's one sound that no one knows. What does the black say? What the black say? Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. What the black say? Honky, honky, honky ho. Honky, honky, honky po. Honky, honky. What's hockey? What the black say? Smoke, 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 smoke some crack. Smoke, 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 smoke some crack. Smoke, 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 smoke some crack. What the black say? Big black eye, baggy clothes, flaunting eyes and pimping hoes, shiny guns, golden grills. Are you late to pay your bills? Your skin is dark, so beautiful, like the bad side of the force. And if I meet you on the porch, how come are you so good at sports? Is it because you're black, of course? What does the black say? Check it out! Check it out!
rid of the blacks. They can say anything. Somewhere deep in Detroit, I know you're writing. You can't say what you want. It offends no one. We'll always blame society. Nothing's your fault. You're only a victim in a white man's world. Life is yourself.
I wanna bone some white girls. I wanna bone some white girls. I wanna bone some white girls. Bop it bop, Obama. Bop it bop, Obama. I never met my baby.
When I find the show in times of trouble, a sudden idea comes to me. Reading off a list, top 10. And now that I am reading this list, it occurs to you that I can't read. Going back to school soon, top 10. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. A list full of nonsense, top 10. Although it may be horrible, there is still a chance that it's funny. Maybe it's wishful thinking, we will see. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. Reading off the list, top 10. Alrighty, so we've based we took the title Dogs, Bronies, and Dumb Crooks. Oh my. We talked about the dogs, we talked about the bronies. Nothing left to do but talk about dumb crooks. So it's a top 10 list. Dumbest crooks of the 2013 stories. We'll try to get to as I mean, we'll get to them all, I guess, but we don't have very long to do it, of course. And the top 10 usually takes me the longest. We've got like 6 minutes to bang this out. I reckon Jen, Joe, and Kimmy are still here. If they're not, I'll send them a Morse code message right after the show. I'll get back to Skype. It's not, obviously not the Skype's fault because I lost connection. So there's dead air in between where I was doing the goddamn show. And then, of course, the kids came in and did a raid in the kitchen in the middle of a fucking show. Like, you know, it's like literally not even 12 o'clock yet. So I don't know why people couldn't eat earlier. You know, not everybody got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know why everybody's all of a sudden hungry when I hit record. I don't really get it. Yeah, but I mean, it's just now 12 o'clock. So I really don't understand. No, they were hungry because I hit the button and they said, "Oh, let's go in here and fuck with Daddy." I'm gonna eat your face. I'm gonna beat the crap out of everybody. I'm gonna flip tables. Maybe you should have another ogre attack, you angry freak. By Shibbly Internet Radio. So Andy Jugs knew right away who that was. There's my ogre, he said. Oh, it's just like nothing could go right for me. It drives me crazy. You know, I can't help it. It's cold. And the oldest is like, I think the oldest is mad at me. Because he goes right away, he goes, "We're hungry. Why don't you go out in the shed? Why aren't you out in the shed?" "Oh, because it's below 20 degrees out. Why aren't you out in the fucking shed?" Oh, I don't need to be out in the shed. Well, no, you don't. You will when he wants a computer right after this. Or when I'm done with it, he wants a computer. I'm going to give him the computer, and he's going to start blasting fucking music like he lives alone. And then guess where you're going to go? Out in the fucking shed. And see how long you blast your music in the shed, because it's cold out there. You go out in the shed. Why don't all you guys go out in the shed? You have a point, because you're disturbing me as much as I'm disturbing you. So
You could have just ignored us.
I keep because I'm doing a show. It's bad enough it's going in and out, and then I got background music. Ooh, a chicken nugget. That was not very good radio. Chicken nugget. LOL, out in the shed. LOL. So anyway, never the who on that. We got a top 10 list of dumbest criminals for 2013. I just wasted more time. Hush. You better run. We begin with the dumb crime classic. Malicious fecal distribution. Ew. A New Mexico resident sent a home security tape to local news stations showing what appears to be footage of a woman repeatedly relieving herself on the side of his house during her morning runs. Hush! Not you, Ian. Bell, hush. Number 9. Oh my God, get out! Think anybody wants to hear, ooh, chocolate milk in the background? Like you going, ooh, chocolate milk? Like, why can't you just wait? It's only a half an hour. Like, why couldn't you eat before or after? It's only a half an hour. Why do you wait? I would have been on schedule if Mommy didn't make me take the goddamn dog out because it pissed on the floor. Yeah! Son of a bitch! So she's like, take the dog out. So I'm like, all right. So I took the dog out before I hit record. And I come in here and hit. You told me to take the dog out. You said every time it pisses on the floor, you got to take it out. About a half an hour ago. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to have a clock. I don't know. Get out. Why are you still here? Why didn't you do it? I just played 10 minutes of music. Why didn't you have that shit done? Why do you make your shit and then run out and then come back out? Okay, the show's over. See you, everybody. Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't you like to hear your name on Shellbilly Internet Radio? For only $19.95, we'll give you a shout out live on air, absolutely free of charge.
I guess we'll do the number one. We've literally got a few seconds before it cuts me off, so we'll go down to the best one of all. Supposedly it's let's see, number one. Violent, naked, pooping masturbator. That's the number one dumbest crook of all time. He stepped into Huffington Post Weird News Hall of